Welcome. Today we're diving deep, really getting into the power and precision of language itself.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff how just the right word can, unlock a whole idea.
Exactly, or paint such a clear picture. That's what we're after. We've got this list of words, advanced vocabulary, technically.
Right. But for us, it's not about memorizing for a test, is it?
Not at all. It's
Huh.
more like a treasure map,
Huh.
showing how language shapes how we see things.
hmm Our mission, then, isn't just definitions.
No, it's about digging into the subtleties, the connections, what these words really reveal about, the world and us.
Precisely. And I find really compelling is how these words, they might seem unconnected at first glance,
Yeah.
but when you look closer, you see they offer these distinct lenses,
Yeah.
ways to view knowledge, action, character, perception, even.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it brings up a big question, really. How does getting more vocabulary, how does that truly expand our understanding, not just our word count?
Right. How are they tools for actually getting the world around us?
Exactly. That's what we'll explore.
Okay, so let's unpack this first group. These are all about knowing, thinking, how we understand things.
Hmm.
We've got recondite, savant, seminal, ruminate, and sentient. Quite a mix.
It is, but they map out different aspects of knowledge, you see. Let's start with recondite.
Okay.
So recondite describes knowledge itself, specifically knowledge that's little known, abstruse, hard to get at.
Ah, right. Like that example, the professor's quantum physics lecture being too recondite for the freshmen.
Exactly. The knowledge is there, it's valid, but it's, well, obscure, not easy for most people to grasp. Synonym.obscure, antonym.simple.
So it highlights that not all knowledge is, easily accessible.
Right. And then you have savant that shifts the focus to the person, the one with the knowledge.
The possessor.
Yes,
Yeah.
a learned person, especially a distinguished scientist. But there's another layer too, an intellectually gifted person with certain limitations,
Ah, that's key, isn't it? Like the example of the child savant. Brilliant with equations, but
but struggles with everyday things. It points to that very specific, sometimes isolated giftedness. A scholar, maybe, but not always fitting the typical mold. Synonym.scholar, antonym.amateur.
Okay, so recondite is the obscure knowledge. Savant is the often unique knower. How does that knowledge then make a difference?
That's where seminal comes in. It's
Yep.
all about the impact of the work or the idea.
Impact.
Okay. It means strongly influencing later developments, highly original. Think foundational.
Like the example of the research paper being seminal, setting up everything that came after.
Precisely. It's not just adding information, it's changing the direction of the field.
Hmm.
Really influential work. Antonym would be derivative.
So influential, not just known. Got it.
Yeah.
Now we've got the knowledge, the knower, the impact. What about actually thinking about it, processing it?
Well, that leads us nicely to ruminate, the verb.
To ruminate.
Yes, meaning to think deeply about something, to meditate or ponder. It's not just a quick thought. It's turning it over in your mind, chewing on it mentally.
Like needing time alone to ruminate on a job offer, that deep contemplation.
Exactly, that patient, deliberate thinking. Synonym.ponder, antonym.ignore.
And the last one in this knowledge group is sentient. This one feels big.
It is big. It touches on consciousness itself. Sentient is an adjective.
Mm.
Able to perceive or feel things. Conscious.
So the whole debate about whether certain animals are sentient.
That's a perfect example. It pushes us to think about where the line is for experience, for feeling. What does it mean to be conscious? Antonym? Inanimate.
Wow. Okay. So this whole group, it really takes you on a journey, doesn't it?
It does. From obscurity
Recondite.
to the unique minds that grasp it,
Savant.
to the ideas that change everything,
Seminal.
the deep thought required,
Ruminate.
and the very capacity to experience it all.
Sentient. It really shows knowledge isn't just passive, is it?
Not at all. It's active, pursued, shaped, felt.
All right, let's switch gears. Now we're looking at words about action, change, even pushing back, control, and resistance.
Yeah, this is a dynamic group. You can feel the tension. We have redact, rescind, reprieve, renunciation, and refractory.
Okay, redact. That sounds familiar, like in official documents.
Exactly. It's a verb. To edit text for publication, to censor or obscure for legal or security purposes.
So like blacking out names in a report.
Precisely. Sensitive information getting redacted before release. It's about controlling what's seen, obscuring parts of the truth. Synonym.edit. Antonym.reveal.
Okay, how does it compare to rescind? That also sounds like taking something back.
It is, but it's broader, more total. Rescind means to revoke, cancel, or repeal. Think laws, orders, agreements.
Ah, so not just editing, but completely canceling.
Right, like the company rescinding a controversial policy after backlash. It's a full reversal, undoing it. Synonym.revoke, antonym.enact.
Got it. And then reprieve. That one can be a noun or a verb.
Yes, it's about punishment. As a noun, a cancellation or postponement of a punishment. As a verb, to cancel or postpone the punishment.
So like a governor granting a reprieve, or hoping the judge will reprieve a sentence.
Exactly. It's a pause, a moment of mercy, delaying or canceling a consequence. Synonym, pardon. Antonym, condemnation.
Okay. Now, renunciation. That sounds quite formal.
It usually is, it's a noun. The formal rejection of something, typically a belief, claim, or course of action.
Like the example, renouncing the throne. That's a huge public act.
Definitely, it signifies a deliberate, often very significant, giving up. A conscious detachment, synonym, rejection. Antonym, acceptance.
And the last one here, refractory. This sounds like stubbornness.
It is, essentially, an adjective meaning stubborn or unmanageable, resistant to a process or stimulus.
Like the refractory patient refusing the doctor's advice.
Perfect example. Someone or something that just won't comply, won't yield, sometimes even gets their own interest. Obstinate, antonym, compliant.
So this group really shows that push and pull, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Between imposing control,
We're done.
reversing decisions,
Yeah.
offering mercy,
Reprieve.
formally rejecting something,
Reconciliation.
and just plain digging in your heels.
Refractory. It's the dynamics of power and resistance in action. Okay, now let's look at people, their character, their behavior, and, well, the consequences.
Ah, yes, words that really describe the human condition, for good and ill. We've got reprobate, scourge, scurrilous, resolute, sedate, and retribution.
Let's start with reprobate. That sounds bad.
It generally is. As a noun, it's an unprincipled person. As an adjective, unprincipled, depraved.
So the old reprobate with no remorse or reprobate behavior, it implies a real lack of morals.
Exactly. Someone seen as, well, beyond the pale morally. A scoundrel. The antonym might be a saint.
And sometimes the actions of someone like that, or even just a situation, can become a scourge.
Yes, precisely. Scourge is a noun. A person or thing that causes great trouble or suffering. Interestingly, it also means a whip used for punishment.
Oh, wow. So that example, the disease became a scourge on the population. It suggests that level of severe, widespread suffering.
It does. It conveys a sense of affliction, a plague almost. Much more than just a problem, antonym, blessing.
Okay. And speaking of causing trouble, what about scurrilous? That sounds like nasty talk.
It is. It's an adjective. Making or spreading scandalous claims about someone with the intention of damaging their reputation. Vulgar or foul-mouthed.
So not just criticism, but actively malicious, like politicians spreading scurrilous rumors about opponents.
Exactly. The intent to defame is key. It's nasty, often vulgar, and meant to harm someone's good name. Synonym, defamatory. Antonym, complimentary.
All right, let's shift to the positive side. Resolute. That sounds strong.
It is. It's an admirable quality.
Yeah.
Admirably purposeful, determined, and unwavering.
Like being resolute in pursuing education, having that firm decision.
Yes, it speaks to inner strength, determination, sticking to a goal, unshakable. Antonym, indecisive.
And then a different kind of quality. Sedate. Calm, maybe.
Yes, calm, but also maybe a bit. Quiet. The definition is calm, dignified, and unhurried. Quiet and dull.
Ah, okay. So the sedate atmosphere in the library is calming, helps focus. But it could also mean unexciting.
It can carry that connotation, too. Tranquil, certainly, but maybe lacking energy. Antonym, wild.
And finally in this group, retribution. This feels heavy. Justice, or maybe vengeance.
It carries both those ideas. It's a noun. Punishment that is considered morally right and fully deserved. Vengeance.
So when victims' families demand retribution, they feel it's deserved punishment.
Exactly. There's a strong sense of moral rightness, of getting what's due, often tied to justice, but sometimes leaning towards vengeance. Synonym, punishment.
Yeah.
Antonym, pardon.
This is quite a set. It gives us words for the really unprincipled and the really determined.
Absolutely.
And it shows how actions, whether they're like a widespread scourge or malicious scurrilous attacks,
often lead to calls for retribution. It maps out that moral landscape.
Okay, last group. These are about appearance, impact, how things shine, or even make us laugh.
Right. Descriptive words that add real vibrancy. We have resplendent, ruddy, scintillating, and risible.
Resplendent. That sounds gorgeous.
It does. It means attractive and impressive. through being richly colorful or sumptuous.
Like the ballroom being resplendent with chandeliers and mirrors. Pure visual grandeur.
Exactly. Dazzling, rich, impressive to look at. Antonym, dull.
Okay, and then a much simpler visual. Ready, like a healthy color.
Mm-hmm. Of a person's face having a healthy red color, red or reddish.
So, coming back with a ruddy complexion after being in the sun. Easy to picture.
Very straightforward. Rosy, you could say. Antonym, pale.
Now, you used dazzling as a synonym for resplendent, but scintillating also sounds dazzling, just different.
Good catch. Yes, scintillating means sparkling or shining brightly,
Yeah.
but often it's used for something brilliantly and excitingly clever or skillful.
So less about physical appearance and more about intellect or performance, like a scintillating speech.
Exactly. It implies brilliance, cleverness, excitement. It holds your attention intellectually or through skill. So dazzling works as the synonym again, but here it means mentally dazzling, not just visually. Antonym, dull again.
Interesting how the same synonym can apply differently. Okay, last one. Risible. Sounds like ridiculous.
Pretty much, it means such as to provoke laughter. Ridiculous.
So the idea that someone could solve a huge crisis alone was risible. It's just laughable.
Exactly. Absurd, comical because it's so unlikely or foolish. Antonym, serious.
So we've covered a lot of ground. What's the big takeaway here?
Well, you see how having these precise words isn't just about sounding smart, right?
No, it really clarifies things. Actions, character, ideas.
Exactly. They're tools. Tools for understanding complexity, for making distinctions we might otherwise miss. Resplendent isn't just shiny. Recondite isn't just hard.
They let you pinpoint the exact meaning.
Right. And that encourages more critical thinking, I think. When you have the word, you can grasp the concept more firmly. You can articulate nuances.
So it really does expand understanding, not just vocabulary.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
And it raises that question for you, the listener. How might using some of these words actually help you see things differently?
Or express your own thoughts with more precision, more impact.
Precisely. Moving beyond just simple descriptions to really capturing the essence of something.
So maybe the challenge is to listen out for these, notice them in articles and conversations.
Yeah. See how they add depth. You might find they pop up more than you expect once you're tuned in.
You might describe a meeting as less than scintillating, or find yourself needing to ruminate on a recondite topic.
Exactly. They become part of your toolkit for navigating the world.